Hello, lovely people. How are you? I hope everything is all right. Coming back to my previous video, I briefly mentioned this 2020 formula. And I love that formula because it got me so energized in the mornings, and I feel so much more productive and effective when I do that. I've been continuing doing it. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about what it is and how you can integrate it in your daily life. So basically, I came across this 2020 formula in the 5 a.m. club to book. And it's talking about that when you get up in the morning, you should spend the first 20 minutes exercising, the 20 minutes after that on self reflection, and the last 20 minutes on learning. So, learning can be anything, reading a book, going on Coursera, like checking out different classes and stuff, participating in different classes. So, really to further your knowledge and development in certain areas. And what I found is that it brought me a lot of energies. Yes, you are waking up earlier. I am waking up at 5 a.m. or a little bit before 5 a.m. so that I can actually start a routine at 5 a.m. But also throughout the day, I feel a lot more energized. Of course, it's in the beginning, it's a little bit difficult because you're like, oh gosh, it's 5 a.m. What am I doing? But when everything else is still still, somehow you seem to be a lot more focused and it boosts your energy. So I just wanted to speak about how to integrate this 2020 in your life, how I've integrated it into my life. And as I said, it's such a big booster, and I'm a different person. My husband keeps telling me, you wake up at 5 a.m. again today when I get back from work because I just feel so energized and so happy. And, you know, it's such a mood improvement. So basically, during the first 20 minutes when you're exercising, you should really start to sweat because it really boosts your endorphins, the hormones that are making you happier and, improve your mood. Also, it helps to establish a good morning routine. So it establishes discipline by saying, okay, I'll do now this 20 minutes, and then at least I would have exercised already for 20 minutes because, as we all know, exercise is so important, especially now in our daily lifestyles where most of the people are just sitting at the desk for 8 hours a day or even longer. So it's very important to get this exercise in. Plus, I find that when you're exercising, you're actually clearing your mind. So you're focused on giving the best performance that you can, that in the end of the day, your mind is just more clear when you finish with those first 20 minutes, which is great. Plus, it's already an energy booster because you're like already on the go. The metabolism was already through the roof, and you're like, okay, I can do this. The next 20 minutes, I've had a little bit of trouble with, to be honest, because it's this self reflection time, and I'm not the type of person that can hold still and meditate. Let's be honest. I like to be on the move all the time. I like to do things left and right. And for me, meditation at first was like, oh my God, I cannot do this. I cannot just sit still and try not to think of anything. It doesn't work for me. So instead, you can maybe do activities that will get you this clear mind, that will get you thinking about different things in life and make you feel grateful for certain things in life without actually having to meditate. So, for example, cleaning I find is very therapeutic because you're going from one end to the next, and somehow you're thinking about life and you're thinking of your day and you're doing some planning on the day. This can all be included in this self-reflection part, how you're going to plan your day. So in the morning, I'm going to get up the coffee, then I'm going to do the hardest part first, and then afterwards I'm going to go towards the easier tasks, because if the hardest tasks are done first, you don't really have to worry about them for the rest of the day, and it will be out of your mind and you will be happy nappy. It's great. So for my 20 minutes, I'm not really cleaning because obviously I would wake up everybody if I would start hoovering around the house. So instead, I'm trying to paint. I try to paint and I try to just, let it flow. And that really helps me somehow to get the emotions going, and to realize certain things in life. Also, I like to think about things that I'm grateful for because, you know, I live in Luxembourg. It's in European Union, We have secured salaries, we have secured workplace. It's a good place to live, basically. And just feel grateful for the fact that I have a job, Obviously, I would like to have a better job. It's not my dream job. I mean, as with most people, I guess I just need to make money in order to feed my family. So, but still, I'm grateful for the fact that I have a job, that there is a pension scheme at the moment still in the country. Who knows how that's going to look like in 20, 30 years, but it's still there for the moment. There's healthcare, and you just have to start to be more grateful about these small things in life. Yes, of course, work can suck sometimes, but at least you're getting the money. At least you have a stable income. You'll get paid in the end of the month, and that's in the end of the day things that count. There's so many people on this planet that don't have running water in their houses. They don't have toilets in their houses. We need to be grateful for the little things. And I think in these 20 minutes, it's very important to reflect on these little things because they are also helping you to change your mindset and to be more positive about the small things in life, to make you appreciate it more and take them less for granted. The last 20 minutes after that is for me a thing of learning. So, as I said, it can be anything. If you're interested in renovations, in constructions, go ahead, try and apply in courses, maybe like online courses to see how to build a brick wall. I don't know, It's really up to you. What I found helped me a lot is reading books like the 5 a.m. Club. It really helps me to gain further knowledge. And at the same time, I still feel quite fulfilled. And I think these 20 minutes are very important to just set apart for yourself and learning because nobody can really distract you yet, I mean, it's still quite early, nobody's awake yet. There is nobody calling you on your phone or house phone, mobile phone, whatever. So you really have the time for yourself and to yourself in order to self-develop, to really look at the things that you're passionate about, if it's like video making courses, if it's, I don't know, things on paint, to anything really. And I think it's really, as I said, it's really helpful for your self-development, and you'll feel more fulfilled afterwards because you know that you're doing something that you're passionate about and that you're developing further. Otherwise, you might not have the time for that throughout the rest of the day, and you'll be stressed because I was in this vicious cycle. I was in the cycle that I would get up in the mornings at 7 a.m. when Bubs would get up, when my husband would get up. And it's basically a show, roller coaster all day, every day the same thing. And by the end of the day, when you get back home, when you've taken care of the kids, of the husband, you just want to sleep and that's it. And then it's the whole thing on repeat. Whereas this 20-20-20 formula really helps you to get you time. You know what I mean? And I think it's a perfect thing to start the day. I think it's very effective. You're a lot more productive afterwards because, as I said, once you have your first hour of the day only for yourself, where you're doing some physical exercise, when you're learning, when you're reflecting, when you're working on your mood and on your positivity, the whole rest of the day is kind of just like jam on bread, It's much easier to go through the day. It's much easier to appreciate the things. And by the end of the day, you're thinking, yes, I've managed to do something. You know what I mean? Like, even if throughout the day at work, things don't really go as planned, at least you know that you've had your little bit of exercise done in the morning, you know that you have done a little bit of learning, and that you've done some self-reflection. So thank you very much for listening. I know my videos for the moment are still quite short. I'm still trying to figure out all of these things, Please bear with me. It's going to be looking better and the content is going to look better. I mean, this is already a nice improvement to the first video where it was all dark and not so shiny and probably not so great. But, it's a learning curve, and I really hope that you're enjoying the content, and see you next time. Bye.